It's me, Kristina Barlaan. I'm here with my teammate Octavio, and this is the third edition of Inside the Inverted for a pulling guard zine. So the past two videos, we did some drills. The first one was with a partner, getting used to the movement of going to the inverted guard from reverse de la Hiva, and then the second video was a solo drill, so that more like a stretch, so you can get used to getting to the position by yourself, something you can do at home without a partner. Just get used to putting your legs to the actual inverted guard. So now we're actually going to get to the attacks. First attack I'm going to show today is going to be a triangle, and then the other videos to come will show in other options, sweeps, and we'll go from there. So today we're going to do a triangle. Now, like I said before, there's plenty of different ways to enter inside the inverted. A lot of the times you can get there from someone's trying to pass, cutting the corner, and so you put the leg in, but specifically we're going to be entering from reverse de la Hiva. So, yep. So I'm going to give you some space right here just so you can kind of see what I'm doing. But my leg is going to be hooked on his, okay? And remember, I need room to get this in front of his shin. So most likely I'll be starting from here. Okay, so foot hooked on to his leg. Other one is going to be my shield. It's very, very important, okay, because if he beats this, as soon as I try to go upside down, he's just going to stuff me. He's either gonna pass or he's going to get that shoulder to my face. So this is really, really important when I enter, because I need to make sure that I have space. So this is the only thing that's going to keep him away so that he can't push in on me. My entry also is going to be dependent. Today I'm going to be doing it from a cross grip, okay? But you can also use a collar to get inside. For me, it really just depends on what attack I'm going to use. For this particular, I'm going to be using my distance. That means I'm going to be getting my legs in. Other attacks, I might want to stay closer, and in that case, I might go for the collar. So just know that it's not right or wrong to grab either the collar or the cross grip. It's preference, but definitely depending on what you're going for is where you're going to want to grab. So it's something that you should always be aware of. So starting off with regular grips, okay, got my reverse de la Hiva here, got my shield very active here, okay. Now, I need to get up on my side and up on my head. Remember the first drill that we did, or the second drill we did, we were getting used to getting up on the side of our head to get up. Now, that's where that's going to come in handy. I'm going to switch my grip from, I got parallel grips, then I got to go to a cross grip. Go to a cross grip, the hand that was here is now going to go in front of his shin, okay, in the space. Now, at the same time I'm doing all this, I'm also pulling myself up to post up on my head, okay? Just a little bit more. So, very important when I do this, I don't know if you can notice, but my leg actually goes, my leg actually goes straight into his chest, okay? When I was a white belt, low blue belt, I could get away with going really, really wide just fine, because, you know, person on top, they don't know any better. You know, your white belt, beginner blue belt, not everybody knows what upside down is or what inverted is. So I could get away with that. I could definitely get away with getting really, really, really wide and pulling myself in. Now, the higher the belt gets, you know, the darker the belt gets, you're not going to have all that space. So sometimes, you know, you see a lot of people try to go, you know, inverted, and they get all this space, and the person's just going to sit out, and he's going to pass. So we don't want to get that risk. So that's one of those things that you have to really be aware of when you're trying to go inverted. You want to stay tight, because you want to remember, as soon as they get rid of your legs, you're going to be in trouble. You need to keep your legs there to either create distance or close the distance, one or the other, depending on what you're doing. And it has to be on your terms. You don't want them doing it, like forcing you to a position that you won't want to be in. So, first de la Hiva, okay. Switch my grip to the cross, and I pull, or this is going to go right in front of his shin, pull all the way up, my knee's going to go straight into his chest, okay? Really, really tight. Just so they can hear me. actually gonna grab his gi. It's a pretty quick switch since his hands for the most part already there. Okay. Now this leg can go right into his bicep. I already have this grip now, so that means I can take this leg out, put both my feet into his biceps. Now this is where that drill from last week is going to come in handy. Remember, if I'm low, I can't keep my feet here. I'm pretty flexible, and even that would be really, really hard without my hips up. So you have to keep your hips up the entire time. You have to be engaged here, okay? If you're not as flexible, you can even pull yourself in, like using this grips, but eventually, you want to get comfortable just being up here on your own and just using this secure, because otherwise, if you're hanging on here, like pulling, your grips are gonna die. So you gotta make sure you're comfortable on the top of your back, up on your neck area, maybe shoulders. Now from here, all I'm gonna do is foot switches to the other side. Okay, and remember, hips never drop; they stay up the entire time. Now the foot that was on this bicep can come out. All you're gonna do is swing, pull, hips up the entire time, and lock up. Okay. Here I can pull my knees in. Just there's the triangle. Now, very important. When I come around, okay. When I come around, most likely he's gonna try and posture up. So that means if I just try to shoot my legs, my hips are down, and he postures up, I lose it. So that means when I come up, I need to keep my hips up, even when he's posturing, even when he's trying to stand up. I keep my hips up the entire time, and I keep these grips here, because that's what's gonna help me pull him into me. So I can keep locking up my legs. I don't need a figure four right here. I just need to lock my feet so I can get this secure. Once this is tight, I'm all the way up over his shoulder. I feel like I have him locked in enough. Then I can let go and really, really pull the knees into my chest. Okay? Just accordingly. Okay? Now, triangles are my highest percentage move, so you have to really, really insist on it. So one more time. Starting from the reverse de la Riva. Okay? Switch to the cross. Feet in front of the shin. Right away. All the way up onto your shoulders, okay? It's a grip, so from here, find that grip. Now I can get this leg out onto the bicep. And the leg out to his other bicep. So you have them spread out kind of like a little spider thing here, okay? Switch this foot to the other side. Leg goes out. Now when you pull across, hips up, okay? I use my foot on his armpit, whatever I can to help, just like how I would on the hip. Remember, he's gonna be posturing up, and sometimes he'll even have his knee up too, okay? And I need to beat that, okay? So hips up the entire time. Sometimes I'll miss. Sometimes he postures real good, and I miss his shoulder, but his elbow is still caught. That's fine. I keep the grip, and I walk up. So it's fine. Just because you land off the shoulder doesn't mean that you can't get still. Okay? If his elbow gets out, now I can't recover anymore, which is fine. I let go. I'm in the closed guard. So it's not like I'm going to be putting myself in a lot of trouble. I just end up in a different guard. Last time. First de la Riva. Cross grip. Feet in front. All the way up, switch the grip, feet in the biceps, stretch them out, replace, pull hips up, lock your legs. Okay, sometimes they'll fall off, but that's fine. Keep the grip, make sure that you have everything locked up. Once it is, knees into your chest, adjust the best way you want. Guys, hope that helps. Hope you guys really like this. I use this a lot when I was a blue belt, white belt, especially again, lower belts aren't so aware of the inverted, but as the belt gets higher, more people start being aware. And I can still pull this off depending, not everybody, just because the purple doesn't mean it's not going to work anymore. You can can still try it because you always want to look for those opportunities. You just got to be aware of it, and you also need to know when you're starting to be in danger. So when your leg is starting to get out or you stop losing that space, you start being put in positions that aren't very comfortable, now you need to start adjusting. So a lot of things that you need to be aware of, but it's very, very effective, and if you can get there, can definitely put you in a position where you're not going to be that too much at risk, especially if you're really, really active with your legs. So hopefully you guys enjoy. See you next time.